So we got Pancakes. Looks like you're interested in a board and train program. Pancakes is a female mini Sheepadoodle. She's 8 months old, and you're just mostly looking for obedience, correct?
Yeah, like on the type form, that seemed like the most accurate. But yeah, generally just um, yeah, obedience, I guess, just training. She's not like a problem dog by any means, but just not having to have her on a leash all the time, I guess, is part of it.
Okay. Anything else I should know about Pancakes?
No, I mean she's like a pretty like chill dog, to be honest. I've got a 4-year-old here, so I feel like that she's adapted really well to being chased around by her. So I wouldn't say there's anything super like unique or anything about her. She's a pretty like relaxed dog.
Okay, nice. That's good. Have you ever owned a dog before?
Yeah, I had one. We had a dog. It was years ago. Yeah, she got sick and passed away, and then this was probably like 10 years ago. And then Pancakes we just got in January.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so sounds pretty simple. And then you've done your research on us and everything like you know how the methods we use, training tools we use. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So I live in a neighborhood where it seems like everybody has used you guys. So yeah, I'm pretty familiar with the. Uh, in fact, the thing that triggered this was I went to a Memorial Day party with everyone in the neighborhood, and I had to have Pancakes on the leash the whole time, and every other dog was just kind of walking around and was fine. And I was like, all right, this is it. I gotta do this thing.
I see. What is it? Travis Park?
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yep,
There's a lot of clients there.
yeah.
Um, cool. Yeah. There's a lot of dogs that are on e-collar there. They were all looking for the same things, obedience, and they did great. And yeah, even though Pancakes is 8 months, as soon as puppies hit 6 months, we immediately go to e-collar training. There have been some puppies where they were 4 months old, and we've done e-collar training. They did really great as well. It's a little bit more nuanced. It's more for like a trainer to kind of handle that certain puppy. But 6 months, it's very easy, and especially Pancakes is already 8 months, so she's good to go.
Cool.
Yeah, so e-collar. Have you ever or what do you know about e-collars?
I mean, just what like the folks in my neighborhood have told me, right? So, I mean, anything you want to inform me on is fine. I mean, I feel like I have a very high level understanding of like what it's doing, but if there's stuff I should know, I'm happy to kind of talk through it.
Yeah, so they might have this all this stuff might be like repetitive, but yeah, so physical therapist. Have you ever had like a 10? Have you ever been to a physical therapist?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had like the tens unit machine?
Yeah.
That same technology is what is on the e-collar. It's
Okay.
just a muscle contractor. Jesse likes to call the e-collar electric, but not electricity. So it's not something that's flowing through the dog's body. There's two contact points right here on the neck, and it's only contracting the muscle with these, whatever the two contact points are touching. The way physical therapists work it with humans is very similar to the way we do with dogs. So the doctor, therapist, increases the level, lets the client know, hey, let me know when it's too uncomfortable. And as soon as they get to a certain level that the client is too uncomfortable, they put it 2 levels lower and then let the machine do its work. Very similar to the way we find, the appropriate level for the dogs, right? The brand of e-collar that we use is called Dogtra. This is our favorite brand. Jesse has been using this brand since a long time, a lot of many years. He's tried other brands here and there. They haven't had that much success, and he's noticed that this is the best brand.
Cool.
This brand is waterproof. It has 127 levels, so 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 127, right?
Oh,
So there's
wow.
other e-collars out there, right, that have 10 levels. So think of that 10th level, the power equal to 127. We just have so many more numbers to be more specific to the dog's personality, the situation we're in, the behavior and things like that, right?
Okay.
So it's not 100 more levels for power, right? It's just we have more numbers lower. So like with the 10 level collar, it's like, 5 is, Pancakes might be yelping, it's too high for her. 4 is too low, she's not really reacting, she doesn't care about it. So for us, if 40 is too low, 50 is too high, we can go to 45, 43, 46,
Right.
whatever is
Okay.
working for her. They're rechargeable, they're waterproof. Some of them have a mile long range, so they have a lot of range. They're used for hunting dogs, so that's where the range comes from and where like the collar comes from. Um, any questions about the e-collar?
No, it's all pretty straightforward. That's interesting. I didn't know how many levels there were. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Um, I don't know what Pancake's level is going to be, right? She's the one that's going to let us know, and that will be her number, right? All dogs are different. Some Great Danes are on like low level numbers, when other Great Danes are high level e-collar. Some little dogs are super high. It's always going to be changing, right? And it's also going to be changing depending on environment. So if Pancakes' regular numbers are 20, right, on walks, and then 10 in the home, if you have it in the home, that 20 might turn into a 40 when she's playing with her friends at Trappist Park, right?
Yeah.
Um, some common questions people ask about the e-collars, once we train, once we go to the program, finish the board and training, if that's what you're interested in, does the e-collar come off, or does it stay on the whole time, or like when do I need it, right? So it's on when you need it. If you're going to go out for a walk, it's going to be on, um, for a few reasons. So especially if you're going to have her off leash, it'll be on. For a regular walk with her on the leash, it'll still be on because we can't predict what's going to happen on this walk. So if we're walking on like a busy street and like a car crash happens, right? Some dogs get super like startled and they'll go into flight mode, right? Sometimes owners get caught off guard and then like the dog zooms, like runs away, and then maybe the leash kind of goes out their arm, or they get pulled to the ground or something like that, right? So when dogs are in flight mode, they're thinking kill or be killed, right? So saying Pancakes come won't do anything. It'll just have to be using the remote to override the brain and get them out of that mindset, right? So the e-card will be on because we can't, again, predict what's going to happen on this walk. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
And then if Pancakes is an angel in the house and, she doesn't need the e-collar then, if you find that Pancakes is very jumpy when guests come over, you would collar her up 30 minutes, 20 minutes prior, address whatever that is needing to be addressed when the guests arrive. And if you find that Pancakes is usually settled around, after that, throughout the night, you can go ahead and take the e-collar off. It's just on when you need it.
Okay.
Another common question is, how come when I take the e-collar off, my dog doesn't listen? So like if she's a jumper, like why does she jump again if she's already, we already taught her not to jump with the e-collar? It's called opportunistic behavior, right? So we use this example for humans, like, the drivers who drive on the highway, right? No one goes the speed limit, right? Until they see a squad car. Once they see a squad car, everyone slows down. Squad car is gone out of visual or whatever. Everyone goes back to 80, 70 miles per hour, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's called opportunistic behavior. If we can get away with something, we're going to get away with it. It's Jesse likes to call the e-collar a cop on a collar, right? So it has nothing to do with the training, has nothing to do with the way you're practicing, has nothing to do with the e-collar. It's just nature. Like I said, if we can get away with something, we're going to get away with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. What is Pancakes being walked on currently?
She's got like a harness with a leash.
Harness. Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing about harnesses, you'll want to have to, if you don't already have one, I get a flat collar and a regular standard leash. Harnesses promote pulling. So Huskies have harnesses, and we use harnesses in protection training. So for protection training, what we do, because dogs have a thing called opposition reflex. So if I pull back, they pull forward. If I pull left, they pull right. If I pull right, they pull left. This pressure here, when they feel pressure here, it's very negative for them. It's annoying. So for protection training, we pull and we release. We pull and we release when the dog's on a harness. It's just getting the dog frustrated and angry. So then the aggressor across, when they're looking at this person, they're getting angry, and then we release and then go and do the bite, right? So it's telling them to pull because of opposite reflex. So when you see like those little little stickers on the harnesses say a no pull harness. It's technically an oxymoron because they're meant for pulling, right? So if we left the e-collar with the harness on and we're trying doing training, one tool is telling her to pull and the other tool is telling her to not pull. So it's going to be very conflicting for her.
Okay.
And then, yeah, if you don't already have one, get a flat buckle collar. The ones that like go through the loop and then like you buckle and like, you know,
Yeah.
like a bolt thing.
Yep.
Try to avoid the snap ones, like the snap, because we've had a lot of incidents where those just snap off. They just break.
Yeah.
What else? So yeah, so like the first, you know, thing we would teach Pancakes is how e-collar works, that she is the one in control of it, that it turns on her terms and turns off when she makes a decision, right? She will never know you're the one pressing the button, right? She's going to be thinking it's the universe. So don't worry about, you know, is Pancakes going to hate me? All right. Cause I'm, you know, I'm pressing the button. She'll never know it's you.
Yeah.
What else? Any questions so far?
No, it's all making sense.
Yeah. Trying to think if I'm missing anything. So yeah, we'll teach her, you know, that off-leash stuff is because we have certain programs, right? So you're interested in the board and train, correct?
Yeah. So part of, I mean, I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. I'm going out of, now it's relatively soon, so I don't know what your guys' schedule looks like, but we're going out of town for 2 weeks in like 3 weeks. And so it felt like that could be a good opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what led me to that solution. I
Yeah.
also think just with my schedule, doing it that way makes the most sense. Like I think it'll be the most consistent rather than me trying to fit in coming and doing the training sessions.
Yes. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, board and train, 2 weeks is a good amount of time for us to spend with Pancakes. Everything is recorded. All the first lessons are recorded for you. So she's going to learn heel. It's just a walking command. Walk with me, stay with me, sit when I stop. So if I take 5 steps with Pancakes takes 5 steps. If I take 10, she takes 10. If I stop, she's to automatically sit. And this is all done with a slack leash, no words said in any environment, right? That amount of focus is required no matter what. That's heel. Sit, down, stay, place. Place is go to this object, it's usually like a dog bed, and you can't hop off. She can stand, lay down, sit, do whatever, chew on a bone, do whatever she wants. She just can't hop off. And then the recall, obviously. They're all recorded for you. All the first lessons are recorded for you. Once all those videos are done, they're compiled into one video and it is sent out to you. So you get to watch it, learn, you know, what these commands mean, how to practice, how she's taking the e-collar for her first time. And then second week, we'll be advancing that, doing some long leash work, trying to, you know, working to get her off leash trained, right? About an hour long video, a little less than that, because just reviewing the commands that we've already done with the long leash. What else? You also get follow-up time. I'm not sure how much follow-up time you get. You get a few hours. So it's just like after you come back from your trip or wherever, you know, we usually plan a follow-up lesson upon pickup. So let's say you're going to be picking her up like on a Sunday, right? So instead of coming to the facility and picking her up, we meet at Oz Park and we'll run through like a lesson, like, you know, this is what she learned, this is how we do it, and this is all, you know, a few commands, right? And that's obviously if it can work out, right? So all of our follow-ups lessons will be at Oz Park in that area, so we can, you know, because that's where we operate now. You know, a lot of our clients we're having our sessions at Oz Park.
Oh, okay, cool.
But you'll still get to be able to have that, you know, one-on-one, you know, moments.
Cool. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. What else? But yeah, I mean, Pancake sounds pretty easy. You're just looking for obedience. Are there what else? Trying to think if I'm missing anything. Is she so I'm assuming she's a social dog, correct, with other dogs?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
social. Does she have any allergies, food allergies?
Nope.
Okay. Any skin allergies?
No.
Okay. Okay. What else? What else? And then if like you're unable to grab a flat collar, we have some here just like for yourself to practice at home. You want to get a flat collar.
Okay. Cool.
Anything else? Anything I'm missing?
The only question, but I mean, I figure we'd address this at the end, but is, you know, what's the right way to have my daughter like involved in this, right? Like I imagine I'm not gonna, like she's not gonna have the clicker thing. That'll be me. But like that's the one thing I want to figure out is like how do I, so when we come back, she's gone through the training. In an ideal world, like I'm able to teach my daughter how to, or we are, or whatever, teach her how to like, you know, so it's consistent, right? And so she's, so that's something that I'll be interested in, like, you know, any guidance you have on like the best way to do that. But
Yeah. So a few things. E-collar is super transferable, right? So when we work on one-on-ones with couples, partner number one goes first, and they usually do all the hard work. Then they hand the leash off to partner number two, and it's super easy because when you press a button on 30, it's the same feeling when your daughter presses on 30, right? There shouldn't be any like, Pancakes listens to um, dad more than your daughter, right? That shouldn't happen because again, 30 is 30 for everyone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's more than, more than welcome to bring her for the follow-up lessons and everything. We've worked with children before.
Okay, cool.
How old is she?
She's 4.5.
Okay, yeah. We worked with children before. Trying to think. We'll see how she is here. And if we see, I guess, let me see. If we see any sort of, how do I say? Since she's 4 and this dog is 25 pounds, she's 8 months, so she's probably going to get like, how much more bigger?
I think she's there. She's probably, they said between 20 and 30 pounds, and she's probably like 25, 26 now. So I think she may be at, you know, at better size.
Okay. We'll see how she is. We might have your daughter use maybe a prong collar, right? So the prong collar, do you know what a prong collar is?
No.
It's like those that collar this like this, they have like spikes.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yep.
Just in case. So let's say your 4-year-old is like, taking her on a walk. If dogs are reactive animals, right? In the moments, they don't think, they just react, right? So if she's walking her and like a squirrel runs by, Pancakes might just react, right? She can't help it. She will react. So if that happens, she'll be on a prong collar so that if she does end up just bolting, if your daughter's holding the leash, it'll like just like correct it there.
Yeah,
right?
got it.
Instead of having a flat collar where there's no form of consequence if she pulls you, that prong collar would give her a lot more control and would be more safe for her to use in case, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So that, I'll write that down. So that might be, if we notice it, if it's like, and then we'll see on the follow-up too. We'll just like play it by ear, but I'm leaning more towards maybe just having her set up with a prong collar as well in case for emergencies. Because even for like regular dog owners, sometimes we can't react to fast enough on the remote. If we turn a corner, there's a dog, right? We can't just use a remote. We had that prong to immediately just get that control right away, right? Like I said, it'd be like another emergency handling wise in case.
Okay.
But yeah, bring her along with the follow-ups and everything. Have her, watch the videos, understand what's going on and everything.
Cool.
But yeah, after this follow-up, after this consultation, I'll send you a follow-up email talking about, the program. So you're interested in the 2-week board and train. The program, the collar we recommend for Pancakes, and a agreement form that needs to be signed Once agreement form with a few other forms. So the software, I think it's where we use is called Ginger, where you sign up your dog for, like, you get the vaccinations in there. So have your vaccinations ready, make sure they're up to date, and then the agreements will be in there, and then just some other basic questions about you and your dog, and then like contact, who emergency contacts, and all these other things. But what else? And then after that is signed, right, Kim, our kennel manager, will get back to you, make sure that everything is in place and everything like that. When were you planning on having her, dropped off?
So if it works, let me pull this up. So what I'd love to do is drop her off like the week of July 12th. So like Monday is July 12th. So I don't actually leave till Thursday, but like, it could be that week, and the following week could be my 2 weeks. That would be ideal.
Okay, so you want to drop her off July 12th?
Wait, sorry. I could take that back. I'm off a week. Yeah, I'm off a week. I leave so in an ideal world, I'd drop her off on Wednesday the 14th and then pick her up 2 weeks later. That would like align perfectly with my like travel. Now I can like be flexible there if I need to, but that's like the schedule I have right now.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. But like from a, maybe you don't know now, but like, like roughly do those dates work, or is there like this like long waiting list to?
It should work.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
July 14th. What is that?
I won't like hold you to that. It was more just like the folks that recommended this, they were like, I think they fill up really quickly. Like you may not be able to get in. So that's
no, yeah, we're filling up quickly, but we got some board and trains right now that will be leaving, and because we need to only keep it at a certain amount at a time, so we're not so overwhelmed.
Yeah,
but you should be fine. It should work out for sure.
Cool.
And then if anything pops up or any other questions,
I think I'm good.
Cool. Pancakes will experience a regular day of daycare here as well. If she's not training, she'll get playtime. We'll teach her how to walk on the treadmill, which would be really cool for her.
Nice.
She'll get a lot of training sessions throughout the day with all the handlers. Me or Jesse might be the ones in the videos kind of walking her through the commands. Once we teach the foundation, right, then she's free to be handled by the other trainers, because they're really good reinforcers, so that once they're trained, they can work with her. Other than that, like I said, it sounds pretty easy, pretty fun little pancake coming through. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Cool.
It's been helpful.
So like I said, cool. So like I said, keep an eye out for that follow-up email. If any questions arise, throughout time and everything like that, feel free to answer. Feel free to email me, and I'll answer them.
Okay.
But other than that, it was very nice speaking with you, Brian. I'm looking forward to training a dog named Pancakes.
One guess who named her. The 4-year-old. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was at, what was it? Montrose Beach.
Oh, yeah.
I was just there, and then I hear a kid yelling at their bulldog, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. I'm like,
yeah, that's great.
All right, Brian.
Awesome.
Have a good night.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. You too. And thanks again for being understanding on running late. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good one.
All right, man. Take care. Bye.